location reasons. Safety first is our motto here. I'm on live today because of the fact that I'm under the suspicion of an elderly gentleman trying to record me and my old man as we were trying to relax in an alias location here. My honest opinion about it. You got your wife here that I'm looking at. I'm not going to show these people it because I am more respectful than these people. Should be recording their grandchild, creating these valuable moments that they're not going to see by the time they die, but something that grandchild's going to want to see to remember their grandparents by, and yet he wants to record a random person instead of their grandchild. That's very sickening. Very, very sickening. How do you know I'm a adult? How do you know I'm not a minor sitting here and you're creating what they call child pornography in a sense, because you're creating creepy ass videos of some person sitting on a table instead of watching your granddaughter as she's growing sitting next to your wife? See, this catches people's attention because nobody likes a sick person. And this man, I'm going to try my best to get this guy without getting this child in this video. There we go. Is recording me right now. For what reason, I don't know. For what reason, I don't care. The thing is, how does he know I'm not a minor? And what he's doing is highly illegal. So what I'm doing is legal. Because the fact is, I'm a grown person. Clearly. I mean, his fixation should be on the playground, correct? That beautiful grandchild right there. So she has memories. See, folks, it takes embarrassing somebody for them to realize their memories, because they won't realize it themselves. Isn't that sad? Riding away. Oh, see, I thought they were together, but apparently they weren't. Well, they good. See, that's what you need to be doing. Much better. Much better. Don't record random strangers, please. You don't know the story, and you could put yourself in a dangerous situation, folks. I mean, how many videos have you watched of idiot people thinking they're being vigilantes? Pretty much probably what it is. They think they're being vigilantes, but end up putting themselves in a very, very dangerous situation because they don't analyze it correctly. Because, you know, it's hard to say. The area you live in is the level of your stupidity. Yep, people. And I'm a very intelligent millennial. And for my safety, I record evidence. We collect evidence around here, people. See, this is what you need to be doing, folks. See, the moment I started recording, they knew I meant business. This is how you get people to leave you the fuck alone. I hate to tell you this, guys. This is the 2025 way of saving your life. You get it on video, on audio. You get it any way you can. See, I don't like people fucking with me and my husband. And no matter what endeavors we're in. And I take action. Just like I just did. No, I should have spoken about that. That's what it took for me to do. I had to start recording them to get them to move, to get them to stop staring at me, to stop staring at my husband, to start paying attention to the person they brought to this damn park to begin with, which was that grandchild. You think that grandchild gives a fuck about what is behind them? No. What she cares about is this equipment and those grandparents, not anybody else. Which is the way they should have been doing, not paying attention to the pedestrians driving in with, you know, a busted vehicle or whatever. No, who gives a shit? You got a grandchild right there. You got maybe 10 years left with that damn grandchild. Soak it up. Stop worrying about people. So now, out of respect, I'm going to migrate myself because I ain't like these damn people. I'm going to move myself over here. I'm going to keep an eye on my husband. Alright, so again, we're not going to disclose locations. I can't. Circumstances. I can't even mention certain things. Certain people I gotta worry about. Alright. It's a very, very beautiful windy day at Alias location here. And thankfully, people are respectful to leave. This is another reason why you record. Say like you want privacy. You don't want to be having motherfuckers around you. Start recording. I guarantee you, no motherfuckers don't want to stick around you. Because nobody wants to be videotaped. Like, I don't go this way. I don't need you in your screen. Sorry, no, thank you. I'm gonna go that way. So, I'm re-recording some things because of the fact that I disclosed locations, disclosed circumstances, and I had somebody point out to me that is in a profession of certain kinds that said that is the easiest way to get found if you don't want to get found. So I don't want to get found, so I'm re-recording my live. And I'm also keeping an eye on these damn people because I don't want them gawking at my old man while he's trying to rest. So I am in a disclosed location sitting on the bench here, and we're going to have our discussion. So I'm going to cover my screen real quick because I want you to see this beautiful sky, but I don't want to give out any landmines, landmarks, yada 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 yada. Alright, here we go. And look at that beautiful, gorgeous sky today, folks. And then there's a beautiful, beautiful sky, beautiful trees. Alright. And now back to the scrap. Alright. So, discussion topic of the day. I do stand for Charlie. I want my viewers to know that if that is a problem, please exit to the right. The door is right there. It may hit you in the ass on the way out, but you may exit my page completely if you do not stand for Charlie, if you think it's hilarious that he's died, and if you're cheering for the person who shot him. You may exit immediately. This is not a page for you. If you are a leftist, a disrespectful one, okay, I'm not a full hater here. If you're disrespectful in any ways that you celebrate, and you hate on anybody for what they celebrate, you don't belong on my page either. I'm gonna let you guys know that right now. So, shout out to all the new subscribers, because I just checked my list and I have finally reached over the 2,200 max mark, and I am so happy. Thank you. So, my thoughts on Charlie. I'm pissed. I don't like what happened. Fortunately, I did not get to watch the video as it happened because, it was also being recorded. There were, influencers there, mediocre and minimal alike, recording and so forth. I didn't get a chance to see that. I got to see the aftermath, sadly. I'm with Candace Owens on this, as something don't smell right about this. And I'll be honest with you, something don't seem right with everything that went down with it, in my honest opinion. Do I believe that Tyler is the killer? Fuck no. He looks like a dipshit who wouldn't know how to handle a gun if a fucking Marine held it for him and pulled the fucking trigger, if I wanted to give you my honest opinion. Especially when I heard the description of how fast he supposedly took that damn gun apart and got himself hightailed out of there. Not feasible even for the mediocre fucking professional. Sorry. So, direction. With the FBI trying to say that it was a straightforward fucking faraway fucking shot from the top of a roof, and then the weapon, I'm no weapons expert, but I was in the military, and given that, I would assume that that gun would have done a lot more fucking damage than what is perceived, especially since there was very little fucking blood splatter, if not zero blood splatter. So the fact that it was that clean of a shot wouldn't have not been that far. It would have had to been a very high powered trajectory type bullet, like sharp point, I guess you can say, if they're gonna play that fucking role on it. But I am with the experts when they say it was a more shorter trajectory and at an angle to be the way it did. Other than the Charlie stuff, I do have thoughts about the rapper David. My beautiful theory is he's a damn copycat if he is the killer. Because we're going into the whole conspiracy that's been going on since the 80s. And if nobody knows what I'm talking about, Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks. And there's also another one that came to mind too that he's actually a bishop when it came to the whole using his art to basically, get himself away. Bob Ross. I know you're like, okay, what the fuck y'all talking about? Alright. So I'll tell the Bob Ross one. The Bob Ross one that I heard his theory is this: that the reason why he fucking paints happy trees in all his paintings is because that's his way of telling you the location of the body that he just stashed. And the paintings are supposed to be the location endeavor of where he's committed the murder, so to speak. That damn rumor's going around for many years apparently, and I didn't know about that. And then when I saw these music videos and him basically, artistically illustrating how he killed Celeste and all this shit, he's copycatting. I'm sorry. And as far as the alter ego shit and him being a musician, that goes in the whole Garth Brooks conspiracy right there. Because see, Garth Brooks is supposedly has an alias that he had. He's a more emo singing character. And he did use it as an alias for around the actual music industry, but a lot of people fucking rumored that alias is actually his alias name is a serial killer. Because every time Garth Brooks goes on tour, well, his alias ends up going on a fucking killing spree in that area. And it'd be always found it was fucking ironic, you and the FBI saying, how is it that all these damn murders are linked to all the same locations you're at and fit in your description to your alias description that you have shown before? And he actually had it on an album cover where you can look it up. And forgive me, I don't remember the name. But there's so many strange things going on right now with the world. And people tearing each other apart over left, right, and all this other liberal shit. When the focus really needs to be on the fact that we actually got global wars going on right now, guys. Right underneath our fucking noses. And the only thing we can fucking pay attention to right now is the hatred of each other, of whether or not we should be mourning somebody or praising their loss. Instead, when we should just be mourning that loss and then worrying about what's to come next. How is that going to be used against us by fucking others? Like other countries. Because it wasn't like this guy didn't go other places. He's been to Korea. He had a desire to go to China. He's been to Israel and shit too. And some of these Israelis, on certain sides are a problem for us. They don't like us. So do understand that we're not paying attention to that factor. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Our old man is getting fucking curious again. So I'm gonna have to migrate to the other table for a moment, folks. But these are my theories. And I'm not the only one that had these theories. In fact, there was it's ironic that ever since this shit popped up with the rapper David, especially, that's when all the old videos about Garth Brooks being a serial killer started popping back up. And even on Facebook, at least once or twice, the whole story about Bob Ross hiding the fact that his happy trees are the bodies of his actual victims and not an actual happy tree. It just makes you think. Now, do I believe David did it? Yes. Do I believe he was coherent? No. I think because there was a video I saw, I didn't watch it, but I listened to somebody's description about it, and they said that they described having a drug-fueled episode where they became their drugged alter ego, which is a dangerous side of them. Well, That's always been known to happen, sadly, with addicts. They have a fucked up alter ego when they're on the drug, and they end up doing things that they never did fucking do sober. You know, David Silver may be this good guy who doesn't commit crimes, you know, who actually would beat the shit out of somebody or something like that. But if he's fucked up, well, he's the damn ringleader and all. So, you know, what if he was battling his own self in his own, you know, habits? And the fact that, you know, he's guilty because of the fact that he hazily remembers, but doesn't want to remember because he knows that he didn't do it while he was his actual self. Well, that would make a lot of sense, not would it? But like I said, guys, we're just sitting here. Like I said, I had to delete a lot of videos because, you know, it's a good point. At least until I get a new place, which is going to be very fucking soon. Like, very fucking soon. Like, this fucking week. Or, well, not this week. Next week. Definitely fucking next week. We're doing this shit. Because I want to sit on most of my check, my last check for my fast food establishment that I work for. And then fucking after that, when I start making these warehouse job, you know, checks, I'm definitely then, and shit, I gotta go get my husband up. Just give me a second, folks. So here's the thing about being homeless and being in certain spots. You have to be very, very fucking careful about being late. No, I just think that. No, there's a squad car drove by, so it's just making it look good. Don't do that to me. Making it look good, motherfucker. Okay. But anyways, and I got that guy why he was recording us, so I started recording on my YouTube channel, keeping the camera to the ground, of course. The old man in the fucking wheelchair. Oh, so beautiful. It's like, you know, it's the fucked up thing about old people, man. You know, they just sit here and they just start recording people random, you know, and they think they're adults, and I just respect, and they're like, but you know what, they need to be doing to be beautiful, and like, you start recording their grandchildren, you know, because they're going to see another guy, and he just starts to turn around, like, and then starts recording his granddaughter. Like, That's how I play. That's how I grew. But anyways, you're good. I'm gonna go sit down. Alright, so folks, we don't know why this squatting dude's here. We're crazy. He's just going to the bathroom. We're hoping. I think all it is just going to the bathroom. I had to go wake up my husband for a minute because we'll just say it's damn near all 50 states. They do have a law now where you can't sleep. They call it illegal camping. Not necessarily the fucked up part is it's not just for the homeless people, it is also this law contains anybody. So say like if you're traveling, folks, alright, and you have to, like, you know, you can't afford hotels and shit or something like that, you can't do it like we did in the 90s, you know, where you could park off somewhere and like take a nap for an hour or two. You actually can't do that no more because, like I say, it's, you know, like right now if they're behind me, if the squad car drives by, you know, they want to check you out, sadly, they can fucking give you a ticket for it now. Like, straight the fuck up for real, they can give you a ticket for that shit now because it's against the law to even take a nap now in your car. So say, like, you know, if you really truly want to do that, you'd have to be on your job working or just off work, basically in the colors of somewhere where police can't go because it's considered private property. And it's really sad. It really, truly is. But these are our new laws, and I think that's been in full effect since, I want to say 2022, but it's probably 2023 more likely started. And I don't know. It just made things really hard for people. And like I said, not just homeless, but like people who just want to go on vacation too. And I think that's why, like, for example, you get these videos now where Vegas is actually having a hard time having any fucking people coming to visit the place anymore on vacation because of these new laws and shit, you know. And plus, you know, what they're saying with the price gouging too. So it's like you got these new laws in place where people just can't for like a couple hours before they go to the next state. And then, you know, when you're trying to abide by laws, you know, you're basically paying, you know, 4 times the fucking price for the same hotel room that would cost you $50. So it's like, that's why people stop traveling. Because it's like you can't win to fucking lose, man. You just can't. So it's like, it's harder for people who end up hard in our luck too. Because it's like, you're pretty much trapped no more. You know? You're pretty much telling them that you can't, you know, have an accident. You can't have an oopsie and fuck up your life, you know, or have, you know, something catastrophic happen to you. Otherwise, it was pretty much deprecating forever. So, how do we remedy this, guys? And this is, you know, strictly for the government's sake. How do you remedy this, dudes? I mean, I'm serious. I understand we need to get rid of the homelessness. I understand we need to get people off the streets. But we also got to remember that it's not the full percentage either. Most of it is just people who, you know, got down on their luck because, you know, of the pandemic and businesses shutting down and sickness, death, you know. Most of it is not drug related. Most of it is not criminalized related. Most of it's not illegally related. Most of it is actually just bad fucking luck, people. So what do we do for people like them? The 60%, which was basically me. I mean, I'm just now slowly picking up pieces. I got a factory job. I start Thursday. And, you know, my husband's holding his decent job pretty well. He's struggling with it, but he's holding it pretty well. I'm not fucking telling people. Piss off. A poor grandchild. Yeah, you hear it, folks. You know my channel. If there's anything personal I post, it's always speaking loud and not being filtered about it at all. Unless there's children around. And then I watch my mouth. Because I have kids. And kids are influential. Okay, thanks fucking Chris for that. Okay, so I don't really have to watch too much my husband like that. Now what I do have to do, folks, which will turn around here, is now I have to face forward and watch the road. I could talk to 5 people. Oh! So I'm gonna spend like 7 more minutes on here, give a nice full 30-minute live. I want to thank the people who keep popping in and out. I know, like I said, I'm a new influencer. I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm doing. I am not monetized, so that way it probably sounds like shit, looks like shit, and just basically sounds like a bunch of fucking rambling. Remember, folks, this is where all your YouTubers who are badass started. Or let's not forget the Post Malone video, where he came from. And I mean, it was fucking laughable where he came from, and look where that motherfucker is today. Okay? Just remember that. We always start with small potatoes, people. We grow from there. I built it for a minute, but then I fell for a while when I lost the place. I mean, I was doing this, I was doing, before Instagram changed their fucking rules about lives, there was live stream there, I was doing Twitch streams for video games, movie reviews, you name it. But you know, life smacks the shit out of everybody, you know? And I mean everybody. Time and time and again. So right now, what you're viewing is basically the hiatus right now. You're viewing the bottom of the hill, slow climb back up. Is what you're viewing. And again, like I said, I know it's kind of boring looking at leaves and ground, and then all of a sudden look at the fucking shot of the sky and you're just hearing a voice, not seeing a face. I'm not so pretty, trust me. It's probably best you don't see me. I'm not fat, I'm just homely looking. There, best way to had a person tell me, you're very homely looking. You're not cute. You're not ugly. I mean, you're very skinny, but you're just very homely looking. If it makes you feel bad, I'm from Florida. It kind of gives like a description. Think gothic trailer trash, just without the gothic makeup and the badass gothic attire and more of the homely look. Then you got my description there. Now you know what I look like. Anyways, but yeah. So this is homelessness in a sense, kids. I'm not going to sit here and be the one to tell you, oh, don't do this, don't do that. I'm just going to sit here and tell you that this is just sometimes just what happens to people. And sometimes there's something really you can do about it. And it's not like you caused it deliberately to yourself. It's just the best thing you can do about it is how do you survive it? How do you get out of it? How do you come out from it? I guess is the lesson. Not, oh, well, this is how you avoid it. Well, kind of can't say that because, you gotta know what to do if you can't. Especially the way, things are going right now with, the world and the situation. And from what things seem is it's steadily getting a little bit worse here and there, especially in certain areas. So, advice I usually try to give people is, try not to get too detrimental of it, because usually when you do, you get so lost where you can't come back emotionally. Try to keep yourself busy, try to keep yourself safe. If you don't have work, start looking for work right away. Go with what you know first, and then stretch yourself out further. That's pretty much what me and my husband did. Stick to what we know and stretch us out as far as we can until something hits. I got lucky and I got some kind of packing plant coming up. I was doing fast food to keep me pacified. My husband has a decent job. Still in the vehicle, but we're still surviving, The next step is, try to do our best to bring these checks in to hold most amount of money and get into a small place for now and then build from there. But that's the only thing you can do. Try your best. It's not fucking easy. And like I said, it also depends on the area. Depends on what skills you know, too. I'm not gonna lie to you. And depends on your gender. Hate to say it. A lot of these jobs I try to apply to, most of them I couldn't do because, I'm not certified or I don't have the physical talent to do it because it's a man's damn job. So it's like, yeah. Oh, hello. Aren't you a beaut? Yeah, bugs don't really bother me. As long as they don't try to place behind me and they're just gonna land, because the damn wind takes them there. Are you just gonna stay on me, you douche? You just trying to get your fucking 2 minutes of fame, ain't you? Mary, he had his 30 seconds of fame. But this is how I'm occupying my time. I had my last day at my fast food establishment yesterday, said my goodbyes, turned in my uniform. They said if anything fails, come right back. Your job ain't going nowhere. But see, kids, that's what you do. You build respect by doing your job, being on time, doing it right, not giving them any shit, not fucking arguing about it. Just say, okay, yeah, sure. That's how you gain respect, and you gain shit like people telling you when you leave, yeah, man, come right back if anything happens. But you be a horse's ass like these young kids do. They'll be glad when your ass is gone, because then you're somebody else's fucking problem. I like making them miss me. That's also a safety net too. Because if one job fails and you have a hard time getting another one, well, you're gonna need a safety net, right? Say this job don't work out or something. I got my safety net. Well, folks, we're hitting on our marker. I want to thank you guys for joining me and helping me get rid of these creepy ass people recording me and my old man. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day.